Hey guys, it's Tom back with a brand new video, and today is one of the main ones. We are heading to Lake Louise, doing the Little Beehive hike, and then there's a hike to Agnes Tea House, which you can get a little cup of tea in the mountains, and then there's Mirror Lake as well. So it's going to be another sick view and a sick hike. I think it's about a 13-kilometer one today. So it's a bit longer than the one that we did yesterday. Yesterday's was just a bit of a walk around Emerald Lake, which is, again, was bloody beautiful. So if you are enjoying these videos, please click that like button and that subscribe button. This might be the last of the candle vlogs, or I might vlog one tomorrow. We'll have to leave Banff tomorrow, which is sad because Banff, as you've seen in my vlog, it's even sadder. Banff is absolutely bloody beautiful. But this is one of the main lakes around here, along with Moraine Lake. So go on to Google. The images we've seen, this hike looks insane. And this one, the car park's really small, so you have to get there dead early to actually be able to park. So hopefully we get there and there's car parking space. If not, this is going to be the world's shortest vlog. But hope you enjoy the vlog, and hopefully the views are as amazing as they have been the last few days. So when we were looking into Lake Louise, the car park's so small, so me and Heng thought we'd have to get here dead early in the morning. We were talking like 4 or 5 a.m. and then start the hike when it's sunrise. But we met some people on the hike, Moraine Lake, and they said they got to the car park at 10 a.m. and there was space. So we're supposed to get there at 9 a.m. So hopefully there's space. If not, we can park at the Lake Louise gondola, which is where we park to get to Moraine Lake, and then we'd have to get a shuttle in, but it's just a bit more effort. So hopefully there is a car park space. But it is our last day in Banff today, and look, we're going to miss these views. Just absolutely unreal. Look, you can see clear skies there, and you can see the moon just above the mountains there. But I'm going to miss this. We're back in England in 2 days. So sad times, but the views are going to be insane, hopefully, because it is a lovely clear day. So hopefully it's going to be a sick vlog. Well, unfortunately, the Lake Louise car park was full. So we've had to go to the Lake Louise gondola and pay for a shuttle, which is $50 each, or £25 each, to literally drive us 10 minutes. So we've booked that for 10 a.m. It's 9:25 now, and then on the way back we booked it for 6:20. So it just means we have to be within that time, but it's a 7 hours for a 4-hour hike, so we've allowed plenty of time. But thankfully plan B is to park at Lake Louise gondola and get the shuttle in. So if any of you guys watching have had the same problem at the Lake Louise car park is full, that is what you do. Drive 5 minutes to Lake Louise gondola and pay £25 to get to Lake Louise. So anyway, got about half an hour to wait, and then we'll get on the bus. Okay, so to hike to the top of Little Beehive, it's about 4k, and then we're going to go up to Mount Cyprian. Definitely pronounced that wrong, so that's another 3k. But if you Google the images at the top of Mount Cyprian, they look amazing. As you can see, it's a clear day, so the photos on the old Grammage are going to be sick. So it's probably 13-14k overall, but we're just waiting for the cheeky bus to get to Lake Louise, and we will be on the road starting our last hike in Banff. Sad times. Apparently this hike is quite popular because there's a St Agnes Tea House halfway, so everyone wants to get a photo of drinking a cup of tea in the mountains. So hopefully there won't be too many people on it. It is a Tuesday, so thankfully it's not a weekend, so it won't be hopefully too busy, but I imagine it's probably going to be the busiest hike we've done so far, but we shall see. Hopefully not. We don't want people, we want bears, not people. So here we go, we've got our first impressions of the lake. A bit like Lake Moraine, you're there straight away, you don't have to hike up to it. So we will find out, see what it's looking like. Bit of a cold one today, even though there isn't any clouds in the sky. And hopefully the trick is trying to get a photo of that, some randomer in the background. But is it as turquoise or as blue as the other lakes we've seen over the last few days? What we're saying about the colour? Oh, it's a bit turquoisey. A little bit. Just pushing in. Oh, there we go. 971 away. Pretty sunny, but as I say, the viewpoint, we're going to have less people, we're going to get above, so you're going to see it nice and brighter, but it's still a pretty nice lake. We've been spoiled over the last few days about the colour of these lakes and how beautiful they've been.
Oh no.
on the video.
Yeah, just a pan.
So we managed to find a good photo spot without any people in the background, and I put the tripod down on this Instacam, and hopefully there wasn't anyone swooping in the corners, but I'll find out when I'm editing it. But you can see, look, we've got the Fairmont here, which is going to set you back about $1,500 a night. I mean, you're looking out onto the lake, $1,500, that's how much me and Hing have spent on this whole bloody trip. But hey ho, how the other half live. But anyway, the hike that we're going to be doing, Little Beehive, up to St Agnes Tea House, and then up to a mountain that I forgot the name of, is round to the right. So once you pass the whole of Canada, all of these people, it's like it loops round, and then we'll go in amongst the old mountains there. But it is, I think, just as clear as Emerald Lake, but just twice as busy. But it's still bloody stunning. Look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. I mean, here's the garden of the Fairmont, and then look, just pan it around, bang, 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 bang. Look at that. Oh, splendid. But I say we're here, going in amongst the trees now, and then we come out somewhere in that clearing, and there's a little tea house, and then yeah, we go up another few kilometres up to the top of the mountain. Then you get an aerial view of Lake Louise. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. So come along for another hike with me. So Hing asked how many car park spots there are because it fills up so quickly. There are 300 car park spots and about 10,000 cars each day try come in. So instead of 1 in 1 out, it is 10 in 10 out. So you could get here in the middle of the day and happen to find a spot, but it's very unlikely. It opens at 3 AM the car park, and by 7 AM it's full. So you have to get here very early to guarantee a spot. So as we're hiking higher, thankfully there's less people, but it's been quite a steep gradient from the get-go, which is why that last cliff, it sounds like I'm panting my life away, because it is quite steep so far. Hello. But this bit looks like it's slightly leveled out, but thankfully, yeah, there's less people, so less people getting in the way of the photos. So hoodie has come off because it is bloody hot now. We've got Paige vlogging, Hing's playing High School Musical, so hopefully Troy Bolton doesn't sue our arse. But we'll find out when editing this, so you might not even hear any music. But we've been going for about 25 minutes, and you can see the lake a little bit through the trees, but there is a clearing coming up, so the views are going to be good. And as I say, the path, it's getting a bit steep, but there's less people on it, so it'll be easy for photos as well. There we go, we've found a bit of a clearing. Definitely a lot more blue. Trying our ear hole. Definitely a lot more blue up here, which is all good in the hood. No, Hing's just pissing on it. It looks bluer. There we go. That wasn't too bad, and we've made it to Mirror Lake.
And 800 metres for the Lake Agnes Tea House.
And we're almost at the tea house, 800 metres. But let's have a cheeky look at Mirror Lake. As you can see, there's quite a few people here again, but I'm going to get it in the Instacam where there's no one here. Oh, look at that. That is a reflection and a half. That is.
No, but when you hear that waterfall.
Oh, that's gorgeous. And so Agnes Tea House is about 800 metres from here. Have a little Yorkshire tea right there. But look at that. Apart from that one guy in the way, you can hear the waterfall in the distance as well. Beautiful. So there we go. So that one's Big Beehive, and little beehives amongst there. I think that's Big Beehive. Let's see. Looks like a beehive. Oh, what an imaginative name. So yeah, so that's Big Beehive. There's a little beehive over there somewhere. Anyway, so we're near Agnes Tea House, and you can hear the waterfall behind us. And then after Agnes, it's about 700 metres, and then we're halfway. So we're almost going to have a sick view of the lake behind us. But Mirror Lake, fair play. It is pretty good, and we've got some good photos of the reflection of Big Beehive. Good little spot this. So we're not really amongst the trees anymore. You've got a nice clearing. You've got Beehive. There we go through the trees there. That's Big Beehive. We're just in a little Beehive, and you can hear that waterfall. So hopefully there's a little trail down to this waterfall. But it's steep in some places, but some bits it's quite level, so it's not too shabby. But should be at the tea house in about 15-20 minutes hopefully. and then have a little cup of tea, a view of the mountain. So we've just seen a sign that says 300 metres to Lake Agnes, which is where the tea house is. Cheeky chipmunk. And then we'll come back this way, and it goes up a different switchback to Little Beehive. It's only 1.2 kilometres away, so it looks like we've done the hard steep bits. We should be at the top of Little Beehive in not too much longer.
I don't even really like the Broncos.
Here we go, we found the waterfall, and then it goes and continues down there and all the way down. You'll see it right at the bottom as well. Pretty impressive. Right there. Look at that, look how steep it is. But I assume the tea house at the top here, apparently you can be waiting up to half an hour for your cup of tea, because so many people for the Instagram want a cup of Yorkshire tea. So we'll see what the queue's like. It's too bad, then we'll just head straight to Little Beehive. Again, let me just walk around the side of the building. Oh, there we go. There's another lake. Look at that again. Oh my god, the queue for a cup of tea. No, 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 no. But look how peaceful and pristine that is. Bloody stunning. And that is just tranquil. That is absolutely gorgeous. And there's the tea house. There we go. So that's the third lake off this height. So Lake Agnes, and we've got the tea house behind us. But it does look pretty beautiful with the mountains, and today clear skies, which makes every photo and every video way better. So we've got to our first clearing, and we've got a lovely aerial view. You can see the Fairmont, obviously Lake Louise with all the kayaks, and the mountains. If you go further around, hopefully while these people are here, you can also see Mirror Lake as well. I'm not sure if the trees are now hiding it, but look at the colour. Definitely looks more turquoisey the further up we get, thankfully. But we're almost at Little Beehive now, and then we can have our lunch and that. As you can see, I've got the nice clearing with the lake behind me. Matches my t-shirt now. We've got an helicopter going over, but we'll be at Little Beehive shortly. But this is the first good clearing of Lake Louise. So I decided to run the last bit, which is why I'm out of breath, but we've made it to Little Beehive. Let's have a look at the wonderful views. Oh, there we go. There we go. What a spot. Whew. Well, that was worth it. There we go. So I found a lovely clearing of Lake Louise, and then you've got the glacier right up there. What a spot. Absolutely beautiful.
There's another rock.
Stunning. So we've got some good photos of the rock just there. Where's my hand? There. But this isn't the end of the trail, so we're going to continue. But look at that, I blend in beyond belief. Almost. But made good time. That only took 2 hours with stops, but probably an hour and 50 up to Little Beehive. So far so good. So found a nice spot off the trail for the photos. Look at that, where Paige is there, and you've got the Fairmont, and you've got obviously Louise and the mountains in the background. So there we go, Little Beehive complete at Lake Louise. Unfortunately, we're not doing Mount St. Piran or whatever it's called, because it involves basically going more than halfway down to then go back up a different route and just CBA, you know. We've already got the lovely shots and we've already climbed it, so we're happy with what we've done. Also, if we get down in like an hour and a half, we can get an early bus home, and it's steak night at a nearby sports restaurant, so we're going to get some bloody steak. So hopefully we'll be down in about an hour and have our lunch. Got a cheeky sarnie again. But this hike was definitely not as hard as Lake Moraine the other day. The hardest hike me and Hing have done while here is Howling Trail, which is the first one on the old YouTube. Definitely was the most strenuous. These ones been okay, to be fair. But yeah, hopefully going down has been a lot easier on the other one, so hopefully going down here Then straight forward and we can have a lunch and get the earlier bus home. If you do want to check out the sick photos that we've taken, then my Instagram is tom_muggo. I'll leave a link in the description, and I'll even drop these guys' Instagrams as well, so they might gain one new follower. But you can see, there we go, look at that. You can see all these sick photos we've got on this trip, because oh my god, when me and Hing did North America a few years ago, we didn't really take many photos, but these ones, the photos have been absolutely on point. Like, I thought our Central America photos were good, but these ones have been next bloody level, honestly. Give me 10,000 Instagram followers now, because I bloody deserve it. But the photos have been amazing, absolutely amazing. Another sick hike, and now we're just on our way back down. But really recommend Little Beehive hike. Hello. It's a really good one. So we've got the cheeky Montreal smoked meat sandwich again today, but I mean, it looks terrible, but it might be amazing, because look at that view. Look at that view. This time in a few days I'll be having lunch in England, in Leicester. Oh, what a shithole. But now, enjoy the moment, because views for days. It's been on my bucket list to see Lake Louise for probably about 4 years now, since way before I started travelling. Me and Hing did America in April 2022, and it was way before that I wanted to visit Moraine Lake and Lake Louise. To say that I'm finally here, conquered one of the hikes here, is pretty sick. It's definitely lifted up to the expectations, 100%. The hikes and the views that we've seen, even just driving around Banff, it's just been absolutely amazing. The weather has been great. Like I was in Toronto, got my coat, didn't need it at all. It's been beautiful, sunny weather all the time, and look, it's just absolute, honestly, paradise. It's such a good hike and such a good place. There's so many hikes. Like, we've done some of the main ones, but there's so many lakes that we've not done, and so many hikes. Even in each lake there's like 5 or 6 hikes. There's so much to choose from, and it's just spoilt for choice. Canadians are, absolutely, especially if you live in this region. It's just unbelievable. Proper enjoy it. So we're on our hike down. You can see I've got the lake behind me, and this bit's the first opening, and then it goes back into the forest area. I think there's a shortcut, so we don't need to go back past Agnes Tea House, and we don't need to go back past Lake Agnes as well. So I think there's a bit of a shortcut further down that cuts that little bit out. But the time is now 1:45, so we will see what time we get to the bottom. I reckon about 2:30, and then see if we can get on the earlier bus and get home for a steak tonight. A steak for $12 with 2 sides. That's £6 at the Elk restaurant. Don't mind that. And they have Guinness for £5. So I've just found the best place to go for food in Banff. So we just need to get down now and get the earlier bus home. So we're on that new track, which is the one that the horses take, which is cut out of the tea house. So we will see how much more steep it is, and we'll get a slightly different view of the lake, and hopefully it's not too rocky and fairly straightforward going down. We're absolutely flying down this trail. It's only 2:20, so I reckon we've got about 20 minutes left. You can see it's gone pretty flat now. It's a bit cloudy as well, so I think we've got the best photos while it was beautiful blue skies, but we should be down in like 10-15 minutes, and then see if we can move our bus forward. But so much easier on the legs going down. We've said that, and we're back down. There we go. It only took 1 hour, and look behind me, the beautiful lake. Absolutely beautiful. There we go. Look at that. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Still 5,607 people over there taking photos, but look at that. Oh, it's bloody peaceful, like, absolutely peaceful. It's looking around. Absolutely peaceful. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. What a place. What a place, what a place, what a place. So you can see that one there is Big Beehive, so that's where the lake was, and then we were on top of that one in between the trees there. Hopefully you can see it. And now we're back at absolute paradise. God, she's going to fall in. Where's the stone? Let me throw a stone so she's out off balance. Beautiful. Look at that. Ooh, baby. Man, look, she's taught her kid young how to take a photo. There we go. I've got our last little photos by the old Lake Louise, and then we are heading back to Banff to get a well-deserved stay. We're on about 18,000 steps, so a lot of steps. A lot more photos being taken, but look at that. Look at the valley behind me. So that one there is Big Beehive, don't know if you can see, and then Little Beehive is there. So that's the one we've climbed. Don't know if you can see that on camera, hopefully you can, because it's supposed to be good quality. But yeah, we're back at the cheeky bus. Paige is dressed like Shrek, and there we go.
You?
No, I'm dressed like Lake Louise, there's a difference. But hopefully we can get on an early bus, because our bus doesn't leave for 3.5 hours. But the guy, Mr. Magician over there, has said in an hour's time he's moved us forward to 4 o'clock. So you can see that's the one we did. Little Beehive, so 2,225 metres. We started there, and then, yeah, Little Beehive, 2,225 metres. Woo. Okay, so you can see obviously I'm driving now, but now me and Hing and Paige for some of them have done the main lakes in Banff. So we've done Lake Louise, Lake Moraine, Peyto and Emerald. So I'm going to rank my top 4, because that one just then was absolutely beautiful. All of them are just outstanding, just incredible. But I think my favourite's Moraine, because it looks like a wallpaper. Honestly, the ones I put on Instagram, they look like wallpapers, and it's just stunning. So Moraine first. I'm putting Emerald number 2. Emerald was so peaceful, and obviously you could hire the kites for the cheapest rate. It was just so peaceful, honestly, and it was like that beautiful turquoise colour, like the colour of my top. So I'd go Moraine, Emerald, Lake Louise, which was amazing. That hike of the viewpoint was really good, and it wasn't too hard of a hike. The first bit was pretty grim, but it sort of leveled out. And then I'd say Peyto was the last one, still unbelievable, but because there wasn't a hike attached to it, it wasn't as good. And that was easily the most busy lake that we went to. So I don't know how much of the footage you actually saw without someone in the background taking photos and any of that, but they're all absolutely amazing. And unfortunately, obviously we couldn't do Lake O'Hara because we saw the car park, beautiful car park, but we weren't prepared to do the 11-kilometre hike to actually get to the lake. But yeah, so Moraine favourite, then Emerald, then Louise, then Peyto. But all of them amazing. Definitely going to be coming back to Banff hopefully in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever, and just do more of the hikes and more of the lakes, because absolutely stunning country. But unfortunately it's our last day today. We're going to go for a steak, get a $12 steak today, and then drive back to Calgary Airport and fly out tomorrow. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please click that like button and the subscribe button, and hopefully you liked all this Canada videos. I'll put in the link in the description to the playlist. You can watch them all on repeat. But thanks for watching. There we go, so another hike done. That's 5 hikes in 5 days. Absolutely smashed Banff. What a place, what a place, what a place. But unfortunately we need to leave tomorrow. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this Canada series. I've got some great news that I've not told anyone. I'm actually moving to Australia in 12 days. So by the time you're watching this, I'll have moved to Australia. So you'll definitely get some Australian videos, because even a day in the life of me living in Melbourne is more exciting than a day of life me living in Leicester. So yeah, good news for everyone who enjoys these videos, enjoys this channel. I'm moving to Australia again, doing my 2nd year visa, so there's going to be some sick hikes, adventures around Australia. I've not been to the West Coast, so I'd love to see Perth, but I'm going to be living and based in Melbourne. So yes, there's some exciting news. So I'd say by the time you're watching this, I will be living in Australia. So I plan, and hopefully it's stuck to the plan, I'll be uploading these Canada videos every Sunday at 7 PM. Obviously this is probably will be the last of the Canada series, but I say I will definitely be back here, because what a bloody place. What a place, what a place. The vibe's been amazing, people we've met have been great, the car we've hired has been amazing, and just so easy. No cars on the road, so easy to drive here. It's my 6th country I've driven in outside the UK now, so I seem to be like a veteran of driving abroad. But yep, I will be in Australia very shortly. But I say thank you again for the support on these Canada videos. I love travelling, so the fact that I can vlog it and get other people watching these videos, getting the likes, and keeping the comments, having the conversations going about traveling. It's just amazing. This Instagram, I've had it for about a year, but it's only recently on that Central America trip in the last few videos when I've actually been using the Instagram and vlogging like stuff like this. It's just paradise. It's not like I'm trying to do it in England. Obviously, it's just, I just love traveling. I watch so many travel YouTubers and it's my passion, so hopefully that shows in these videos. But again, yeah, I just want to say thank you for the support. If you do enjoy this video and the channel, please click that subscribe button. It helps me out massively. And yeah, thank you for watching, and say I'll have some Australia videos coming soon. Woo-hoo-hoo.